I'm Ray. This is my vegetable garden, and this channel is all about growing your own fruit and vegetables along with some DIY projects. But today is Saturday and it's 6:30 in the morning and the sun is just rising. It's going to be a beautiful morning, but I want to get on and do some jobs. So today I'm going to finish the strawberry planter. So this is my strawberry planter, and we're getting towards the end of September and we need to get the strawberry runners planted in the ground. So let me show you what we're going to do today. First, I've got my paintbrush, so we're going to do some early morning painting, get some done. So we're now 6:45 and the bed is nearly painted. Good job done. So now we need to finish this off. We need to make our holes for our strawberries. So it's a good time to get the kettle out and make a brew. And we've also got another purpose for the stove. So we've got the kettle on the go, and we've got our strawberry runners, and these are grown on from a main plant, and we've got them in these little flower pots, and they're grown on quite nicely. So these are going to be potted into our beds. So whilst we've got our kettle on the go, we're heating up our bulb planter, and this is what we're going to use to make our holes and our membrane. So we're just heating this up, getting it nice and hot, and then we can use it on the membrane. So I've got the cage in place to know whereabouts the holes are going to go, and we'll just take our planter and we insert it. So once the bulb planter has cooled down, we can now put it back in the hole. We can remove the soil from on the inside, And we can take our pot of strawberry runners, and as we can see, these have already created some good roots, and then the shape of the pot is already in the hole. So all we need to do is just push the strawberry plant into the hole, and we can discard the soil, and we can do the process all over again. Nice and simple, straightforward. Straight into the pot. There we go. And we can continue this all the way down the bed. We can remove the other sucker, and that can come into use in another place. So we should carry on and plant these up. But it's quite an easy, straightforward process. That one's quite dry. These beds were made using two techniques, using the huglecultur method, and this bed was just literally using the grass turned upside down and filled up the bed with turf and then soil on top, with the membrane added right on the very top. This membrane we screwed in, but we managed to borrow a stapler for the next bed. So the membrane is stapled on. But those are what we're going to plant in this bed, as we have been kindly given some of these strawberry plants to use, and these were really good crops last year, and the remaining of the bed is going to be some of the runners from my own bed, so we can finish off and get all that done. So for the second half of this bed, I'm just planting the runners. So I've just literally made a hole with my finger, and I'm planting them directly into the soil on their own. So here's another runner. So we've just cut it from the main plant, stick it into the soil. So we've got the same crop of strawberries all in this one bed. These growing from the runners, and then these ones will be from the runners from the runners. So we need another 5 more runners, so I'll go and get some from the rest of the strawberries. So an alternative way, I've just made a circulish out of a piece of an old metal frame. We can heat this up, and we can use this for our template. Not quite round, but it's good enough. And it also seals the edges at the same time. Here's a bit of a long-winded way, but once it's hot enough, it does work. So these are some of my runners, and we're going to put some of these into these beds. So we're just cutting off the runner stems. They're looking pretty good. We're going to use our dibber and we're going to put them in the hole, and we'll reuse the soil that came out the hole. Quick and easy. And this section is runners from my own strawberry plants, which are in the bed next to the polytunnel. So we're going to have two lots of beds, two lots of strawberries, one with my neighbours and one lot with my own. Last year my own ones weren't particularly great, hence now we're going to do them in these beds to hopefully get a better crop. So everything in place, it's looking good for a good season for next year. So we look forward to watching these grow. One last thing we need to do is to make the covers, but that's not needed until later on. So that's another project for another day. But today was just about the runners, getting the beds sorted, getting the beds finished and getting them in. But it's looking good already, so I'm real pleased. Just try not to come over the stem. In just a couple of hours in an early morning we get the strawberries done. So here we have, before 8 o'clock in the morning, our strawberry runners all planted up. Taken some of the runners off the plants, and now we've added the top. All we need to do now is to cover the top with netting. Pretty pleased with that. So, thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe, ring that bell, get notifications when I post some more. So are you doing strawberries? Have you done your runners for September? Then let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. Cheers.